Hey friends, welcome back. I hope that you are all doing well. I'm so glad that you could join me for today's video, and I'm really excited about this one. I wanted to come up with a look using minimal products. Some products, multi-use, you could use them for multiple things. And I was inspired to do this just because I know a lot of us are really busy. I know that a lot of you love my makeup looks where I'm using not a lot of products, like a quick, easy, everyday makeup look, but I thought this would be really great for those of us that are getting ready to go on summer vacation or spring break, and you want to take makeup, but you don't want to pack a lot of things. I think this would be really good. I already did my skincare off camera, so if you're curious about the products that I used, I'll have those items linked down below. And first I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I think that this is just a really great foundation to pack for traveling just because it's not in a glass bottle, so you don't have to worry about it breaking, and it's just really convenient. It's not very big, so I just think this is a great product to take, if you're going to be going on a trip or whatever. This is one of my favorite like day-to-day foundations. So I'm just going to dot this all over my face. But do you guys have any vacation plans coming up? Like, are you guys going anywhere? Like Josh and I, we don't really have any vacation plans for this year. Like, we haven't decided on any places to go, but surprisingly I am on vacation this week. I'm just taking a staycation, and I'm gonna be just doing things like around the house, and I have like just my doctor's appointments that I need to go to, just like like the yearly doctor's appointments, like your yearly physical and a gyno appointments, and I need to get my teeth cleaned. So with my work schedule, it's kind of hard for me to go to appointments like that during the week because the hours that I work are also like the hours of like my doctor's. So I just figured this would be like the perfect time to take off work and just get all that done and get like some spring cleaning done and things like that. But you'll have to let us know in the comments if you're going anywhere fun on vacation this year, or maybe if you've already went somewhere like on spring break. Like, what are your favorite products to take with you whenever you go on vacation? And then for my concealer, I'm just using the Rimmel Multitasker. I mean, I feel like with foundation and concealer, like I said, I do like to pack a foundation that doesn't come like in a glass container. I think like anything that comes in like these little squeezy tubes are really great for traveling. Like with concealer, I feel like concealers are pretty standard, just like wand, and they're not very big. So I feel like any concealer is great for travel just because they're not very big and they're easy to just throw in a bag. But I love this Rimmel Multitasker. You guys know how much I love this. I've been using it a lot in my videos, but it's a great full coverage, long wearing concealer. Whenever I travel, I like to bring a pressed setting powder instead of loose, just because it's more compact. I can throw this also in my purse and have like the little mirror here if I need to do like touch-ups or anything like that. So sometimes it's just like the loose powder is just so bulky and messy to take with you on a trip. So I'm just using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable. This is one of my all-time favorite pressed setting powders. Just using the shade N1. And I do like this powder to set my under eyes as well. I just use it really lightly on the under eye area. So I'll just take like a little brush like this. This is the Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35. And just lightly press that here on the under eyes. Sometimes I'll take like a little triangle powder poof, but lately I've been using this brush to set my under eyes. And another great thing about this powder, it does have some coverage to it, so you could use it as a powder foundation one day if you're wanting to go really light with your makeup while you're on vacation. And it also doubles as a nice eyeshadow. Like if you wanted just like a flesh toned eyeshadow all over your eyelid, like it does have really great pigmentation. So I love the L'Oreal True Match powder. And then for eyebrows, I always use, well, I wouldn't say always, but most of the times I do use a gel and a pencil, or like a gel and a brow powder. Like I'm always using two products for brows. And I guess if you had really full, thick brows, you could probably get away with just taking like a gel or something like that, just one product or the other. But, you know, brow products are not that big, so they're easy to just throw in your makeup bag and take with you, you know, on your trip. I'm just using the e.l.f. Precisely My Brow. I think that's what this one's called. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I don't know why I said Precisely My Brow. Maybe that's what the Benefit one's called. And I believe that the shade that I'm using is in neutral brown. It's always so hard for me to read this. Yeah, neutral brown. But I also think that this makeup look is great for, you know, if you're just wanting to get ready really quickly with minimal products. I think this would be also a great like day-to-day makeup look. So I'm just going in with a Wow Brow, the e.l.f. Wow Brow in deep brown. And I will never leave without an eyeshadow primer. If I'm going to be wearing an eyeshadow, I'm going to be using a primer. And the Milani eyeshadow primer is my very favorite. I know that it's going to keep my eyeshadows lasting all day. I don't have to worry about any creasing whatsoever. And especially like when I'm on vacations, if I'm going to like the beach or something like that, and I do want to wear some eyeshadow to the beach, or, you know, if we're going out to dinner or whatever, I definitely want to take an eyeshadow primer because it's usually more humid and hot there. So now the real challenge is just using this for my eyeshadow. And of course, I mean, this is designed for like the face because this is a face palette. And if you really wanted to save on products, the Butter Believe It face powder is also in here that you could use to set your whole face with that, which I haven't really used that powder too much to set all over the face, but I just want to kind of use it and see, you know, what I think about that. So, I mean, yeah, if you really wanted to save on taking a setting powder, you could also just use that product. I think the only thing this little palette is missing is a mirror, and then it would be perfect for travel. But that would make this palette a little bit more expensive to have a mirror in there. So I do appreciate the affordability of this palette. Okay, so first I'm going to go in the crease with this matte Manoy Butter Bronzer. And I'm using this blending brush that I got out of an Amazon brush set. So I'll have that set linked down below, but it's a great set, super affordable, comes with 18 quality brushes. So I'm just going to blend that in the crease. And this is just going to be a very simple, just everyday look. It's like I also know for myself when I'm on vacation, I just like a look where I can get ready super quick. So I'm not wasting any time and can just fully enjoy whatever we're doing on vacation. And it's like sometimes if we're going to the beach or something, if it's a beach vacation, I might not even wear makeup, you know, when we go to the beach because it's just so hot and we're going to be in the ocean and all of that. But I always like to take makeup with me just for whenever we're going out to dinner or lunch or whatever. I just love putting on makeup. I love the process of it. And this palette does have a little bit of that butter, like the butter bronzer, like how it has that tropical scent. So yeah, just the bronzer all in the crease. Like I love a good just bronzer in the crease, especially in the summer. Got like a few little stray brow hairs I need to tweeze out. And that's another thing I always take with me on vacation is my tweezers. They always come in handy. I'm taking a little bit more of that bronzer and the Sigma Pencil E30. And I'm gonna smudge some of that here on the lower lash line. Okay, and then all over the lid, I'm gonna use the highlight here in Champagne. This is their Butter Highlight in Champagne. And I'm taking this concealer brush from that Amazon brush set. Just packing that color on there, and I'm just gonna put this all over the eyelid. Then I'm taking a small angled brush, and I'm actually gonna go into the powder there, but I'm gonna get just the white from this powder. And I'm gonna brush that here on the brow bone. That's another great thing about this palette. You can kind of go in with your brush to the certain colors and just use the individual colors. And then I'm also gonna take more of that white shade and use that here in the inner corner. Then I'm taking another blending brush from that Amazon brush set, and I'm gonna get some of this bright peachy color that's running along in this blush here. This is the Butter Believe It blush in the shade Pink Sands. And I'm gonna just brush that color at the top of the crease. I wanna warm this up a little bit more, make it a little bit peachy. And you can like see how that kind of warms this up compared to the other. I think that's super pretty, just really natural, really easy. So just a very simple eye look. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the face. I'm gonna go in with some more of that Matte Monoi bronzer. And I'm using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And I'm gonna kind of contour a little bit. I want a little bit more intense, like bronze look with this palette. And then I'm gonna go in with the Sigma F30, get some of just the butter bronzer. And I'm gonna brush that slightly above where I did the contour. And I'm just gonna bronze up the face like where the sun would naturally like bronze the face. But yeah, the bronzer in this is just like their single butter bronzer, and this is in the shade Bronzer, which is the bronzer shade that I normally use. Just a nice warm toned bronzer, and the butter bronzer does have like a slight sheen in it. It's not shimmery, but it just has a little bit of a glow, where the Matte Monoi is obviously a matte bronzer. And I'm gonna take a little bit, I'm gonna mix those two kind of bronzers together there, and I'm gonna take it down here on my neck to kind of warm things up a little bit. And I'm just gonna kind of brush that a little bit everywhere on the face just to kind of warm things up. And next I'm gonna go in with the Butter Blush in Saucy Mauve. And this blush is actually pretty intense. So usually after I get it on my brush, I kind of tap it on the back of my hand. I'm just using the Morphe M241, just like their angled blush brush. Just tapping that on. See, pretty intense there. And this blush does have a slight sheen in it. Just going back with a big fluffy powder brush to just kind of blend that out a little bit so it's not too intense. But I think this makeup look too is just also a pretty like vacation look. Just because it's so warm and sunny. Definitely makes me think of the beach. And I know that not everybody that goes on vacation goes to the beach every time, but this look is just such a pretty like beachy look. And the last step is the highlight, and honestly like with this highlighter you need the smallest amount because it is so intense. Like as you can see, like that shimmer on the lid is like, it has a lot of pigmentation. So I usually just get some on the brush and just tap it out on the back of my hand. That's always like my trick to, you know, tone down the amount of product that you're using. And I'm just going to lightly brush that on the cheekbones. Now, I mean, if you wanted a super intense highlight, you know, just go in full force with it, but I'm just put a little bit here, like down my nose. And I was just using the Morphe M164 to blend out that highlight, but this palette is such a good little palette. Sorry, I just hit the mic. This is just such a good little palette. I just love how you can get such a pretty everyday eye look, and it just works perfectly on the face. So far we've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 products. So I'm just gonna set everything with a makeup setting spray, and I'm using the LA Girl setting spray. So this is product number 8. And I love this LA Girl setting spray for travel because it's one of my smaller makeup setting spray bottles. Then off camera, I just went ahead and did my mascara and used the Maybelline Lash Sensational. You guys probably get tired of me always using this mascara, but it is just my favorite go-to mascara. I love that. I can use it on my upper and lower lashes and I don't have to worry about any smudging. And it just does a really great job of giving me like length and volume. So the last step to this look is the lips. And whenever I'm going on vacation or a trip or just want something quick and easy, I love taking a tinted lip balm. So today I'm going to be using the Covergirl Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Balm in Blissful Berry. So this product is kind of like the Clinique Black Honey. It's that same sort of tone. And this one's just like a little bit more warm toned, a little bit more brownish. But I think it pairs really nicely with this makeup look. And if you wanted some more definition or lasting power, you could always throw a lip liner like in your bag. But I was trying to keep this under 10 makeup products. So this is right at 10 with the lip balm. But, you know, taking a lip liner isn't going to take up any more room in your makeup bag. So I just wanted to show, like, you could either use the Revlon Color Stay in Nude, or I also have this other one in, this is in Sienna, which I think pairs really nicely with this lip balm. It's just a nice warm nude. So, you know, if you wanted this to be long wearing, just apply the lip liner first, then put the balm on top. But I was just kind of cleaning up the edges with this. But yeah, I love that. So let me do a swatch of this on the back of my hand so you can kind of see the colors next to each other. So see, I think those two products pair really nicely together. Just a nice warm nude. I have so many shades. Like after I did my tinted lip balm collection video, I went out and bought a lot more of these CoverGirl tinted lip balms. One of you guys recommended this Blissful Berry to me and I really love it. It's such a pretty shade. So I think this little palette is perfect for traveling. Like, as you can see, you can create a really pretty wearable everyday eye look with it. I love it as, you know, the blush, bronzer, highlight. I just think that these are really good quality products in here. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments, like, what are some of your favorite makeup items or products that you take with you on vacation? I love good multi-use products that you can use for multiple things. So I hope that you guys have a great day and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.